As of now, Iran's political leadership is escalating its warnings to the United States. Parliament Speaker Mohammad-Baqer Ghalibaf says Tehran is closely monitoring all US troop movements in the region, signaling that any further military buildup is being watched in real time.
We are closely monitoring all US movements in the region, especially troop deployments. What the generals have broke, the soldiers can't fix. Instead, they will fall victim to Netanyahu's delusions. Do not test our resolve to defend our land.
The statement adds a new layer to the confrontation, directly challenging Washington's position and warning that US forces could face consequences if tensions continue to rise. It also underscores Tehran's alignment against Israeli leadership, with explicit references to Prime Minister Netanyahu. Iran is launching wave after wave of missile and drone attacks, and openly mocking the United States while doing it. From Tel Aviv to northern Israel and across US-linked bases in the region, the strikes are being framed by Tehran as continuous, deliberate, and just the beginning. At the same time, Iran is dismissing Washington's claims of victory, calling them a strategic failure.
The strategic power that you used to boast about has now turned into a strategic defeat. The claimant of global superpower status. If it could have freed itself from this quagmire, it would have done so by now. Do not call your defeat an agreement. The era of your promises has come to an end. Today in the world there are two fronts, truth and falsehood. And every truth-seeking free individual is no longer convinced by the waves of your media influence. The level of your conflicts has reached a point where you are negotiating with yourselves.
The IRGC says this is a pre-announced series of operations, with multiple waves already executed using ballistic missiles, cruise systems, and kamikaze drones. Targets include Israeli cities like Tel Aviv, Haifa, Dimona, and Safed, along with military infrastructure and US-linked bases across the Gulf. Iran claims its strikes are heavy, continuous, and capable of penetrating Israel's layered air defenses, signaling a long campaign rather than a single escalation.
There will no longer be any of your investments in the region, nor will you see the previous prices of energy and oil, until you understand that stability in the region is guaranteed by the powerful hands of our armed forces. Stability comes through power. We clearly declare, until it is our will, no situation will return to its previous state. This will only happen when the very idea of action against the Iranian nation is completely erased from your corrupt minds. Our first and last word from day one has been and will remain this. No one will reconcile with you, nor with those like you, not now and not ever.
Israel is pushing back hard on these claims. The IDF says Iran attempted a much larger assault, but failed to sustain it. According to Israeli military officials, the number of missile launches dropped rapidly after Israeli strikes on launch sites and production facilities inside Iran.
The Iranians plan to launch hundreds of missiles towards Israel on the first day of the operation. They fired fewer than 100 on the first day, and half that amount on the second day. We disrupted these intentions and continue to disrupt them. The number of launches decreased very quickly. The average is roughly about 10 missiles per day. The regime tries to concentrate its efforts every few days and launch more broadly, mainly towards population centers.
Yet despite those claims, the attacks have not stopped. Sirens continue to sound across Israeli cities, and civilians are still being killed and injured. The battlefield reflects a grinding reality, where Iran continues to fire and Israel continues to intercept, but neither side has fully suppressed the other. Amid this ongoing exchange, Donald Trump is projecting a very different picture. He says Iran has effectively lost its military capabilities and leadership and is now seeking a deal with the United States.
We're having, by the way, a tremendous success, as you know, in Iran. We had one in Venezuela, and now we're having one in Iran. They have no Navy left. They have no Air Force left. They have no anti-aircraft equipment left, no radar left, no leaders left. The leaders are all gone. Nobody knows who to talk to. But we're actually talking to the right people, and they want to make a deal so badly. You have no idea how badly they want to make a deal. Yep.
Three narratives now collide. Iran says it is escalating and in control. Israel says it is containing and degrading the threat. The United States says the war is already won, but missiles are still flying, strikes are still landing, and the region remains on edge. The gap between what is being said and what is happening is now the real battlefield.